Good morning, members of the United Nations. My name is Addison Butler, and today I'm asking for your support in funding an organization called the Human Instinct and Neurology Research Initiative. The human brain is one of the most complex systems in the world. It controls our decisions, emotions, experiences, and reactions. However, there is still so much we do not understand about how the brain creates our thoughts and controls our behavior. My organization focuses on the connection between instinct and neurology. Instinct is often seen as a simple reaction, but it is so much more than that. It is a complex process involving the brain, emotions, and survival responses. We would focus on studying how the brain responds to danger, illness, emotions, and survival situations. By funding this research, we can improve medical treatments, mental health care, and our understanding of human behavior. The novel Lord of the Flies by William Golding demonstrates the connection between instinct and neurology perfectly. Throughout the story, a group of boys become stranded without adult supervision, forcing them to rely on their instincts for survival. The boys' shift from cooperation to violence demonstrates how fear and the need for control can influence human behavior when social structures disappear. Golding's famous line, quote, "The best was harmless and horrible." This quote represents how fear can exist within the human mind rather than only coming from external threats. This connects to neurology because understanding how the brain processes fear, stress, and survival instincts can help explain why humans behave differently in extreme situations. In the real world, one example of the importance of instinct and survival can be seen in the book 127 Hours, based on the true story that follows Aaron Ralston, a mountain climber and hiker who became trapped in a remote canyon when a large boulder fell and pinned his arm against a rock wall. Eventually, his survival instincts led him to make the difficult decision to amputate his own arm in order to escape. Anne Ralston's experience shows that instinct is not just an automatic reaction. It is the brain's ability to adapt, problem solve, and make critical decisions under extreme pressure. His story demonstrates how the human mind responds to fear, danger, and life-threatening situations, helping researchers better understand survival instincts and the brain's response during emergencies. Another important source is the article The Mystery of How the Brain Makes the Mind. This piece explores the relationship between the physical brain and consciousness. Quote, "This challenges the idea that consciousness is separate from the body, showing that our thoughts and identity are connected to biological processes in the brain." Quote, "Plain stated, I believe that consciousness is an instinct. This suggests that even our awareness and experiences may be connected to survival and evolution. Understanding this relationship can help us better understand emotions, reactions, and neurological disorders." Although the brain controls every part of human life, neurology remains one of the most complex and understudied areas of science. Many neurological conditions are still difficult to diagnose because researchers do not fully understand how the brain creates thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. For example, conditions like Alzheimer's disease, epilepsy, and autoimmune brain disorders can affect memory, personality, and decision-making. Yet there are still so many unanswered questions about why they are developed and how they can be treated. The true story of Brain on Fire demonstrates this problem exactly, through Susanna Callahan's experience with a neurological condition that changed her behavior and sense of identity. Her father questions the medical process by asking, quote, "How can you arrive at this conclusion without all the facts?" This shows how limited knowledge about the brain can lead to incorrect conclusions. Susanna later explains, quote, "In a system that is designed to miss people like me, I am the lucky one," highlighting that many people with neurological conditions may not receive the help they need. This proves that when neurological research is limited, diagnosis and treatment can be delayed. Investing in brain research is necessary because the brain contains billions of connections that influence our instincts, emotions, and actions. By increasing funding, scientists can discover better treatments, improve diagnosis, and develop a deeper understanding of the connection between the brain, instincts, and human behavior. Finally, the article How Does Instinct Work explains that instincts are connected to evolution and survival. The article states, quote, "Instincts obviously evolved along with the rest of the organism's body. This shows that instincts developed alongside the brain and body as a way for living things to adapt and survive. By understanding instincts, scientists can better understand how humans process information, react to danger, and make decisions." The need for research in neurology and instinct is supported by the growing impact of brain-related conditions worldwide. According to the World Health Organization, nearly 1 in 3 people globally are affected by neurological conditions, making them one of the leading causes of illness and disability around the world. About 70% of people with rare diseases experience a delayed diagnosis, often because symptoms are misunderstood or research is limited. And people with rare neurological diseases can wait an average of 4 to 8 years before receiving the correct diagnosis. Because the brain controls both survival responses and everyday decision making, investing in neurological research is necessary to improve diagnosis, treatment, and our understanding of human behavior. With funding from the United Nations, this organization would focus on three main goals. First, we would support scientific studies that examine how the brain creates instincts, emotions, and decision making. This research would help us understand why humans react the way they do during stress, danger, and uncertainty. Second, we would invest in neurological research to improve medical treatment and diagnosis. Better understanding of the brain could help identify disorders earlier and create better support systems for those affected. Finally, we would create educational programs to increase awareness about brain health. Many people do not understand how strongly the brain influences behavior and emotions. Education can help reduce misunderstanding and encourage people to recognize the importance of neurological research. The outcome of this project is a future where we have a deeper understanding of the human brain. By learning more about instincts, consciousness, and neurological conditions, we can improve healthcare and better understand what makes us human. The brain is one of humanity's greatest mysteries, but it is also one of our greatest tools. Investing in neurological research means investing in the future of human health and understanding. Thank you for your time, and I hope you will consider supporting the Human Instinct and Neurology Research Initiative.